Unrug the mic. There we go.
Can you hear me now?
We're good. We are golden.
All right, dude. Sorry about that. I had a little delay today, guys. I was looking at a property. Property is dope, though, dude. It's 2 bedrooms, got a little overhang where, like, you can see the living room from the bedroom. Really cool, man. So I think I'm gonna jump on that.
That's cool, man. 2 bedroom. That's what you needed before, man. That other one, he was.
Well, that was 3 bedrooms. That was 3 bedrooms.
Yeah, well, he was charging you too damn much money anyway. This one's a little cheaper,
sure,
or no?
Yeah, dude, it's okay. So it's about the same price, but like the location and everything that it's around, like, yeah, it's gonna be good, dude. It's gonna be good.
That's good, man. That's good news, brother. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, man. So I'm ready to get all that shit over with. I think I'm gonna hire somebody to move my stuff, dude. I'm done moving. Like, I just don't want to do it, man.
You're about to hire somebody? I need some ETH.
Do it?
I need some ETH, dog.
You think they would let me pay in ETH or like Bitcoin?
Shit, I don't care if they let you or not. Send it, baby.
You gonna do it? Too old,
dude. I'm glad to be back, dude. I'll tell you what. I was playing the show and I was having fun playing, and it was a good gig. But I was just like, I felt like I was cheating on GMB and Diogo, and I was like, damn, dude. Like, my boys are in the chat. I ain't there. But it feels good to be back, dude. It does. It was a good little set, and we did get booked back there. Both little places we played, we got callbacks, so that's always a plus, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's awesome. Yeah, did you see I rugged like the first 2 minutes of the show, dude?
You pulled the cryptos are us, dude.
I am rolling, bro. I'm like, what's up? Rolling, cuz. And then I look up and I'm like,
pull the cryptos are us. Wes was like this for like 2 minutes, like, that's what cryptos are us. Boy, I've seen cryptos are us do that for like a half hour, dude. And you're like, oh my god, dude, someone tell him, man.
Oh, dude.
Like, but that was back in the day. Now people, he watches pretty quick.
Yeah. I don't know why I muted myself, but I did. And,
well, that button, dude, it's hard to see when you add the stage. If you're not paying attention to that little mic button, it's tough. Like, I was on here cussing because I was like trying to do something. I didn't know my mic was live. I was over here like trying to get Dex Screener to open up on my other monitor.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah. So price action, bro. We got a lot to talk about. I got a couple things I sent to the alpha chat that I want to look at. But what did we name this? Is it finally over?
Is it finally over, man? Is it over? And if it is, what the hell are we talking about? Is it finally over? More pain or just the beginning?
That's a good topic, bro, because
we're gonna figure that one out by the end of the show. We're gonna figure that one out.
That's a good topic. You guys, make sure you smash the likes on Crypto Remora. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at the Crypto Remora. Subscribe to Sierra Crypto. Subscribe to Crypto MacGyver. And do you want to just go ahead and dive on in, brother?
Yeah, we can do that, man. We can do that. What you looking at, dude?
Let's dive in. I want to pull up.
I want to see the markets, man.
Yeah, let's pull this up here. Let me present video screen. Video
file is coming.
I tell you, man, that's what I was thinking about the last couple of days, bro. I was just thinking about this, and I'm like, what's weird about this is that shit, we don't have both of us on the bottom anymore. Only have one of us on the bottom. Can you put us on the view? Can you do that?
Yeah, we can fix it. Let's see.
Put us on the bottom there so we can look at Dex Screener. Just so you guys know, we're doing a price checks on Dex Screener, just because it's easy for me to work, and it doesn't bog down the CPU too much. So we use Dex Screener, but you could use Bird's Eye, you could use anything you want. But adding your coins here that you want to keep an eye on is pretty cool, and checking the price is it's pretty good to gauge the prices of your favorite coins to see where the market is. And right now, it looks like we're having a little dip because GMX has come back down from 26 to 24. Nothing crazy, though. I mean, look, we were at $20 on GMX the other day. You got 53-cent Arbitrum. Everything's on sale right now. That's for damn sure. So let's see where Bitcoin and Ethereum is. Let's see here. Oh wow. Okay, so we're at $2,500 Ethereum right now. Is that right?
Go. Yeah, you can switch it back to how you want it.
Okay, let me. There we go.
Mm.
Well, it's not at
Yeah,
me.
25.
It's not letting me add the screen behind it. You see that?
Hmm.
Because I want to put Dex Screener behind. I don't see it on the screen. I see just us.
I think you just have to re-add it to the screen.
All right, let's go back to. Hold on, y'all. We're trying to figure this shit out. Oh no, you can't do that. Can't do that. That ain't gonna work. Well, let's just pull that up. I'll bring us back on in a second because mine are obviously deleted on the bottom for some reason. I don't know why. But
Yeah,
we'll
you can just leave it full
pull
screen
this
like
up.
that.
So Ethereum coins right now, NPCs at, dude, this is amazing on this coin. Okay, everything's kind of last 24 hours, everything's has a fairly good dip. But NPC, dude, under 2 cents again, but it's staying at that 1.8 level, like 0.18. It's just kind of hovering. I'm gonna look at MPC real quick. So you guys have been following this pattern, right? So as you can see right here, it's like you would think, okay, you're going back down to this bottom level, but look at MPC holding up, dude. Look at this thing. This thing is an absolute beast. Okay, it bounced right here. So this is a previous resistance. You came down, you had that massive move up, massive move down, coming back down. But look at this bounce. Look at this bounce right off of this level. Previous resistance flipping possibly into support.
Zoom in. I can't see.
Let me do it like this.
Let's get some candle coloring up in here.
Let's do it here like this. So, well, it's kind of hard because I want to show this level back here. See this level? This is where you got the bounce, okay, which was at a little over 1.5 cents, 1.16. But you had a nice little bounce and a recovery. So this thing is holding up, dude. But as far as an entry goes, anywhere from here to here, and that's 0.1. All right, that's dead at 1 cent. Okay. So anything from here to here is a good entry. You're under 2 cents. This thing right here was up at almost 3.5 cents right here, right?
Yeah.
On that last little move. So you're talking about if you get in here, could you wait to see if you get another bounce? You could. If 1 cent MPC comes back, I'm going hard. I'm going to sell whatever I can, and I'm going back hard into it because I know that this next run, this next touch of this line here, let's just pull this line out and look where that's going to go. If we keep hitting this line, if it stays in this trend, the next move could do something like this. Let's say we go down from here. I don't know if we're going to go up or down from here. Let's just assume we're going to go down, right? So if we go down from here, we maybe do something like this here, right? Maybe we roll over, the ETH keeps dumping, World War III keeps fudding, and then all of a sudden something news comes out, right? We start coming back up here. Look at this. I mean, you could, do like that first before you go up to it. You could do something like that. It could take a while. But look at this next move, dude. You're going up towards the 4 cent mark yet again. So, I mean, that kind of a run right there, that's a nice little run, bro.
Yeah.
If you catch this down here up to here, you're talking about 283% gain. I mean, that's nothing to shake a stick at, bro. That's a nice little move. And this coin, like I said, if you haven't followed NPC on Twitter, they got the memes, dude. Elon's starting to tweet about NPC, not the coin itself, but he's like using that term. So that's a big deal, man. When people start and cook, let them cook and NPC. These are 2 reasons I'm bullish on both those coins, because those phrases are like starting to get embedded in people's heads. And that's important in the meme thing. Like the memes, it's a fight for attention in the meme space. So definitely a good coin, bro. Everyone knows I'm bullish on NPC. I'm not going to keep, trying to inflate my bags too much. But Wojak, I caught this one the other day looking at the chart. And check this out. I have not changed the chart since the last time we did this. Look at this, Wes. I'm not even kidding you. Look at this. Look what it's doing. Remember my stupid scribble? It's doing exactly what I said it would do. Look at this shit. You can't make that up, bro. Look at it. So I'm assuming it's going to do something like this. This is what I was expecting. So if you just open the chart and let's say my professional TA was not there. Right? My high-tech TA right here. Let's just say it wasn't there. And you just looked at this chart, you'd be like, oh my God, this thing's dying or it's dead. You know what I'm saying? Like if you weren't looking at this rising channel, if you weren't looking at this and expecting a move like this move we had here, where you kind of touched the top of this channel, you came all the way back down, then you grinded sideways, and it's like, oh my God, had a little fake, had another little fake, and then boom, up to the top, which is where I got the channel from. Halfway mark right here, drop down. Look at this. This is perfect because if this repeats again, right? If this does what it did here and you scoop Wojak here or lower, bro, I'm not going to get overly optimistic, but let's just measure it. Let's say you don't even get to the top of this line, right? Let's take it from around here because that's where you're basically at right now. Prices fall a little bit. You can get in around here. If you watch the market, you're diligent on Wojak. You can go from here to here. Let's say, okay, the top, if you went to the top of the line, that's a 500% run, okay, if you go to the top of the line. But let's say to be a little negative, let's say you don't make it to the top of that line. Bro, if you make it halfway to that line, almost like right here, which is halfway in the channel, that's 326% run, dude.
Yeah.
Like, okay, and then you got to think of the other things. Both of these coins I'm telling you guys about right now are not even freaking listed yet.
Right.
You understand what that means? These coins are not listed on most exchanges at all. So if you get centralized exchanges, I mean, so if you want to get in early, if you missed Dogecoin, you missed Shiba, you missed any of these other coins, bro. Like me and Wes, when we got into crypto in 2020, we were just like batting our heads against the wall. Like, damn, dude, I wish we would have figured out how to use DeFi. And I wish we would have got in on this shit early. You know, we were buying on Robinhood. We were buying on crypto.com. And we missed the shit. And we both told each other, we were like, man, once we figure this out, we're going to buy shit before it hits the exchanges. And it's not that hard to do. Once you start getting into DeFi, you can figure it out. But, dude, this is what you want to look at. You want to look at, I know it's crazy, TA on meme coins. I know everybody talks crap about it. You're not supposed to do TA on meme coin, but you know what? No, you do, because it's TA works on anything for the most part. If it's a brand new coin just launched, maybe not. But like you can still use TA. It's not going to be 100% accurate, but if you're into the and meme coins are the NFTs of this run. Let's just face it. NFTs have taken a backseat to meme coins. It's what it is. Hopefully the meme coin cycle continues. That's what I'm hoping on. But those are my top two. Let them cook. Having a nice little cool off. I actually scooped a little more yesterday when I saw the dip. And guys, another way, if you're not into the TA as much, or if you don't use TradingView or you don't do anything, another good tip to do, if you're buying a bag, right? Like last time I bought a bag, it wasn't a big bag. It was like $8 because I don't have that much on the side right now, right? I bought a little tiny bag, right?
Yeah.
But what did I do? I watched it go up and I watched it come down a little bit. And then when I open my wallet the next time, just look at what it's worth. Look at what your coin's worth. I opened it and it was worth $7 and some change. So you know what I did? I said, oh, this is a good buying opportunity. So in other words, if your bags, let's say you got a $10 bag when you buy it, then the next day you open your bag and the market's a little red and you go, oh shit, my bag's only worth $6. Well, if you believe in that project, you should be thinking this is great. Now I can bring my average price down. Now this is when I should buy. So you got to flip your brain, not into thinking, oh, I just lost money. I lost $3. Don't look at it like that. What you need to look at it as, oh, snap, this thing I bought is now way cheaper and I can buy more. And if you can do that, if you can psychologically trick your mind into doing that, then when the coin goes up, and it will, everything will go, it'll come back for the most part. Okay. If you can trick your brain into doing that and you can hold off long enough, dude, that's where the gains are. That's where these people are making a killing in crypto. They've trained their brains to do that, and it's easier said than done. So that's just a rundown on the memes. I did have something I want to share with you on.
Yeah, let's go, man. Do you have anything new, like any new coins you're looking at?
Dude,
that should be on the radar.
I've got some of that Keith from but that's not really new. I was talking about that too. I got some of that Keith because of Michi. Michi is a freaking degen on Solana. Like, I love his tweets, dude. If I like I told you, if I wake up at early, like 6 or 7 in the morning, and I'm like, I see Michi post something like, this is the ticker, I'm scooping now. If I see him buying a new coin, bro, and I'm up that early, I'll buy, because I know there's going to be a mega pump, dude. He's a freaking beast on him. But this is what I wanted to share here. This is a very interesting 2 charts I wanted to share, but this is the one I really wanted to share with you guys today, because this is absolute fire chart. Okay. It's taking a second to load. Okay. Check this out, dude. All right. This is the price after the halvings, right? So basically it's saying, you know, how many days after the halving we are, or whatever, right? And shout out to Lark for posting this. But if you look at this, I just noticed something. I wish I could turn my cursor black so people could see it better. But if you could see where I'm tracing this purple line, where you had this massive pump on the first, right? Boom, right? Okay. Up to $1,000 Bitcoin, slightly over 1,000. Then you had up to 6,000, right? Then look at the second run, okay? It goes a little further, like after the halving, it takes a little longer, right? But check this out. Check how interesting this is. Look at the third halving, right? The third halving. Don't look at the second pump. Look at the first pump. When did the first pump happen? The first pump happened sooner than the freaking, the third pump after the halving, or the third halving, the first pump happened before. That's a tongue twister. You see what I'm saying, though? It happened before these pumps. So in that aspect, I noticed a pattern here of this. What if? Yes, you can see there's declining pumps from each halving. So we both agree on that, right? This was way up, this is a little lower, and this one's a little lower. So this next one should be right around here, which is close to the, you know, $200,000 mark, a little slightly under the 200,000, right?
Yeah.
But what if instead of it taking, you know, because everybody say, oh, it's going to take longer. Everyone's calling for this 560 or 585 day. See, in 2021, it topped 548 days. You could see this is growing. So in other words, 2013, it topped 367 days after the halving. 2017, it's 526 days. If Bitcoin follows 2021, they're saying, you know, in 2021, it topped 548. This number is growing, right? So you would say, oh, 367, 526, 548. What comes next? Maybe 585, 600 days after the halving, which would put you around here. But I noticed something interesting. If everyone's counting on this to be the top, what if you see this curve? Look at this curve. Purple lines right here. Next line's right here. And then what's it do? It curves back. You see what I'm saying? Follow me for a second. What if the pattern is like this? In other words, what if the trend, it's
I see the curve you're talking about. Yeah.
What if it's getting, dude, what if it's getting lower, but at the same time the pump is getting lower? What happens if this joker is doing this, like exponentially getting closer instead?
Yeah.
I know it's weird because if you look at just these numbers, it doesn't make sense what I'm saying. But if you look at the chart is pulling this way. There's a curve. So what I'm saying is, what if instead of at 600 days, like everyone's thinking, oh, we got another year to accumulate, we're fine, it's not going to happen, you know, everyone's bored, what if that joker says nope and just goes right here, like starts going parabolic, bro? And that lines up with, if that were to happen and it happens soon and catches everybody off guard, what happens? FOMO out of nowhere, right? And then if this is $300,000 price target, guess what? 275 is right here. See what I'm saying, dude? So what I'm saying is it's possible for this Joker to have a quicker run, steeper run again like this, and like this, like kind of pull one of these, boom, which would put us, I don't know, a little bit longer down the road. Maybe not October, November, December, like I'm saying. I say the first run comes then, and we get about here. But what if we peak somewhere in here? So in other words, 367 days was the 2013 having.
Mm-hmm.
So that was 367 would be right about here. So half of that distance is right here. So what if we pumped right about here? Right here. And we start getting that first leg. I wish I could draw on it. But what I'm saying is if we went right here and then go up. So higher prices in a shorter time period is counterintuitive. Everyone is saying 2025. 2025 is when it's going to happen. You know, October 2025. And I'm saying don't take your eye off the ball, because this Joker could run. You could get that on this next run up, have a correction, and then instead of going to 500 days or 548, you know, that's way over here, dude. 548 days is way over here. But if you look at the trend curving this way, I say we peak on the second peak somewhere sooner, somewhere around 400 days. That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying the first run, October, November, December, right about here. Then the next peak right here. And then it's bear market after that. That's what I'm saying is possible. In other words, we will hit the bear market before we hit this 548 days or 600 days. And I don't think the bear market's as brutal as it was last time either. So just interesting. What are your thoughts? Do you see the curve I'm talking about?
I see it. I'm more focused on the time frames that these are pulled from, because that last one, like, it's not the all-time high like the other ones. The last one last year was, I mean, you look all the way to the right of that screen, that was our all-time high.
Yeah, the blue. I see what you're saying, way over here.
Yeah, so
yeah, way on that. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of, to me, I just want to know, like, what time frames these were pulled from, what was manipulated, because you can stretch them and you know, make them look how you want when you compare them and put them on one chart like that. Because I've done it. I've taken a fractal pattern that was 5 times smaller than the one I was going to use, stretch it out, and it makes it look like, especially the line charts. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man.
Well,
you know,
this is the price right after the halvings, though. So
right.
I don't think he's stretched any of these. I don't think these are stretched at all. I think this is the literal price action of after the halvings, but they're just overlaid. So I don't think there was any stretching of the actual.
But the all-time highs don't line up. When you were talking about that curve,
yeah,
they're taking the first run up, you know, that we had in 2020. They're taking that first run up and using that one as the all-time high compared to the other ones. But the real all-time high for you know, the last bull run was all the way to the right of that chart. So do we?
Yeah, but how much?
It looks like it's extending.
Is that really? How much higher is that really? By not much, dude. I mean, here's your all-time high after that halving right here, and then here's the one you're saying, which is basically the same. I think
that's level. A fake out pump to start the bear run. You know, make people think that it's going to continue going up. That it was, you know, just a normal pullback, and then everybody gets caught like we did last time. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You know, the psychology of it, I guess my point is, if everybody's thinking that we've got all this time and everybody's like, oh, we're good, dude, 2025 is when this is happening. That's what the psychology is right now. Like, even with this chart, everyone's saying we're here. So you would psychologically say, okay, we went here, we went here, we went here. Now, where do you go next? You go here, which would put you 500 to 600 days after the halving. I'm not buying it. I don't trust that. I don't think BlackRock lets this chart play out to where everyone can predict it. That's what I'm saying. With the whales, right? With BlackRock, with everybody looking at these same charts, I don't see it being that easy, is what I'm trying to say, because You had the double tap. I'm sorry. You had the double top on this last halving, the one that we just lived through, right? The blue one is the one we just lived through, right?
Yeah.
You had the double top. You had the FTX in the bear market right here. This was manipulation, obviously, because of FTX and all the bullshit going on. We know, everyone knows that. You didn't have the double top on the first halving. Why? Because you didn't have all the pieces of crap in crypto back then. You had people genuinely believing in Bitcoin and doing it. And that's when you had a parabolic run and another parabolic run. And then you had a little bear market, and then you continued up. The next one was kind of the same, but then you could see this thing here. Whoop. That was manipulation on the next halving because you had a little more money involved. You had Wall Street starting to come in going, wait a minute, let's scare everybody.
Yeah.
Right? Then you had this one, which was completely manipulated. FTX and all the scandals and all that crap. So what I'm saying is, if everyone's watching this run, and this run, everyone would think that the next run's here, which would be around 500. And what I'm saying is be careful counting on that, because this should be when it runs up, but I don't think so, dude. I think, like I said last year, I said the most pain that BlackRock's going to cause everybody is they're going to push this market through the roof before everybody's ready for it. They're going to catch everybody with their pants down. Nobody's going to expect it. No one's going to be ready for it, except for you lovely people watching this stream right now, the people in this chat. If you guys are watching right now, you're diehard into crypto for real. So those people are going to be ready. But mainstream, dude, they're not going to be ready for this. And BlackRock's not going to sit around and let them have another 300, 400 days to accumulate. That's my point. My point is I don't see this chart being so easy that you could just say, okay, 500, Lark's even asking, when do you think this would top? I disagree with 500. I think we come sooner. I think we go a lot sooner. And I think the max pain is going to be people that are sidelined.
So are we,
that's max pain.
When you say sooner, like when? What is sooner?
I'm saying right in here. I'm saying, okay, well, obviously October, November, December, I'm saying we get our first leg, then we get a correction. And then I say we go parabolic in between 250 and 350 days. I'm sorry. Let's call it 300, in between 300 and 400 ish. In between here is where I'm saying, somewhere in here between 350, something like that is where we get a huge peak right here. We run here, in other words. So it would play out this curve. So we get a little run here. We get a correction, cool off. Everybody's like, oh, 100,000. Maybe come down here, scoop under 100,000 one more time, and then it's just max pain right here, and we top out right here. Not here. Everybody's calling for 548, 568. Not way over here. I'm saying 300 to 400 days after the halving, instead of 500 or 550 or 600 days after the halving, like everyone's, saying it's going to happen. I say we peak here, which I don't even know. I wish they would have the damn dates on the bottom of that, because I can't figure that out from the chart. But between 300 and 400 days after the halving, don't get caught with your pants down. In other words, pack your bags and pack them sooner than 2025 October, because that's just what I'm seeing. That's what my gut's telling me. I could be wrong, but my gut is screaming that BlackRock's gonna shoot this thing off, and before people can be ready for it, and then everyone's gonna buy the top, and then they're gonna freaking rug like you ain't never seen. That's what I think's gonna happen. That's just what I see, and I can't unsee it. I don't trust it, because everyone's saying, oh, look, 367, 526, 548. So your brain's psyched right now, and you go, top's going to happen when? 520, 367, 526, 548. What comes next? 565. So that puts you over here. That puts you way over here topping. I don't think you get that. I don't think they make it wait longer because of the buying pressure and the supply shock. So that's what I'm trying to say. I think it comes 180 to 280 days sooner than everybody is calling for on Twitter. And who knows? We'll bookmark this video and come back to it and see if I was completely wrong, and I could be. but it definitely was something worth looking at.
I think honestly, man, my prediction for when it's coming is earlier than what it's usually at, but I'm gonna stick with it, man. I mean, I think it comes in like May. I think that's what I've stuck with
of 2025
next year.
That's still sooner than what a lot of people are calling, because everyone's calling for October. You're okay, so you're calling
traditionally it would be October, 4 year, because everybody's thinking this 4 years exactly.
Right,
you know what I mean? It's like, bro, you can't think like that, man. And it's not like, and it's not exact.
Oh,
if you go back and look, it's never been exact. Like, it's not exact. So
I like that call. I could hear you on that, because that gives some time for the cool off for the second leg up. But we're both in agreement that just because this number is growing doesn't mean you can say, okay, well, it's definite, it's guaranteed 600 days now. Like, that's what I'm saying. I think you agree with that too. It's like it's going to be a little unpredictable. They're not going to just hand you money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Market's not just going to hand it to you. Not like that. Hodling, yes. If you hodl, it'll. GMB says bull is coming. I think you're right, GMB. Bull is coming. And then one last chart, and then we can get into some Lux Algo. That I found that chart very interesting by him. Kook posted something as well, and I shared it in the chat. This is also pretty cool. Shout out to Kook for posting this. This is global liquidity. This is the trend of global liquidity, which is very important for any bull run, right? Because this is just straight up, money printer starting to get turned on and starting to run up. This is the uptick of what's happening right now for global liquidity. As you can see, you had one, not really two. I don't know if you could call that a triple bottom, but you were definitely hitting a double bottom. Look, boom, boom, double bottom on global liquidity, right? What happens after a double bottom? And especially a double bottom that was from 2006. Do the math on this, Wes. Double bottom was 2006 to freaking 2024. Bro, that's a double bottom from hell right there.
And this is what, the M2 money supply?
This is global liquidity. So I believe it's the summed combined of all markets liquidity into markets around the entire world. So it's not just the US, it's every country in the world's liquidity combined in one chart. So, but what I'm saying is that's freaking massive, dude. If this double bottom plays out here, holy crap. Like, that's going to be that. In other words, that's going to be a ton of money coming into every, which we already know money is being debased like crazy. So just some bullish stuff that we already knew. Everyone already knows that inflation's rampant. Everyone already knows that money's going to be printed. The only thing that I would concern myself with would be the same question I asked a couple years ago, which is, what if these countries are just printing more paper money and just going to buy up all the Bitcoin with all this monopoly money? What happens then? Right. That's a question you got to really start getting deep into. But either way, dude, bullish as hell. And I think we're at the floor, man. I think this is the floor. I think this is a new floor, bro. We've sat at $2,600 ETH and $59,000 Bitcoin. We've sat here and grinded for, well, okay, maybe it's only been like 2 weeks in reality that we've grinded, but still, dude, like every day you wake up and I'm just like, 2.2 trillion market cap. It's like nothing is moving, bro. It's just like parked, right? And everybody sees it. You wake up, you probably get your coffee, and you're like, you look at your phone. What's the first thing you do? You look at the top of your phone and you don't see that Robinhood or crypto notification. Your notifications aren't there. So you're just like, we're at the same price, dude. Like I could tell by my phone's the top of the line if there's any notifications on Robinhood, just on Bitcoin or ETH moving in any direction. I know right away that we're just sitting at 2.2, 2.168. And, ETH's not doing shit. Bitcoin's not doing shit, just staying sideways. So the good news is I think that that's a floor that we are locking in, like we're locking this price in as our new floor, which is good news. It's not bad news. And even if we go sideways another month or two, who gives a crap, man? If this is the new floor and we don't have to worry about going back below that range, 48 to 58, or even, God forbid, touching that 38 level one more time. If we don't have to worry about that and this is the new floor, that's a good news. But I'm curious to see what your thoughts are. I want to see your TA, and I also want to see what Lux is saying. Not necessarily in the short term, but is there a way we can you can trigger your Lux magic to give us like a 6 month to 1 year view instead of a daily or whatever, just so we could see a little bit longer term? I'd like to see what Lux is predicting in a 6 month range.
We can.
I know we don't normally do that, but I think that would be kind of cool because Lux is obviously pretty damn spot on with the calls, dude, in the short term. So I want to see if that shit plays out on the 6 month.
Yeah, we can definitely take a look at that. I got about 10 minutes, dude. So I'm just gonna run through this kind of fast, dude. We'll just do some updates on what we're seeing in the charts on the daily, on the weekly, and then we'll look at what you wanted to see as well, and then I gotta get the hell out. All right. Wet my whistle. All right. Okay, so this is Bitcoin against the US dollar. As you can see, man, Lux Algo still has that sell signal up here, right? But I do want to pay attention, man, to this little downtrend that we have. All right. So last time, Sierra, when me and you were talking, we were looking at this. Obviously, I was talking about this being a wave right here, the beginning of that first wave. We just came out of that range, the channel, right? The Kennedy channel that shows that the second wave is complete. So now we can start moving up. So I think that it falling on this trend line that's held up since, look, dude, this thing goes all the way back to freaking 2020, right? That is a pretty strong trend line in my opinion, man. So I think we're holding up on that. Not only that, I think we're holding up at an important Fibonacci level. That's the 0.382, right? So 0.382, we're holding up right there. That's another thing that I'm looking for. A lot of confluence here, man. A lot of confluence. Something else I want to point out on the daily is the MACD cross, right? This is something we've been paying attention to, and I've been waiting for this shit, right? It's been a long time coming, but if you look at the last three that we've had on Bitcoin, let me collapse this real quick. If you look at the last three that we had on Bitcoin since we've been in this range, dude, it has right here, right? Signal to bottom, right here, signal to bottom. And then it looks like we're trying to do the same thing here as well. But there was downtrends right here as well, right? So we had this downtrend right here, and we broke out of it after we had a MACD cross. So I think that's really significant, man. In my opinion, I think that shows that, the bulls are starting to take charge again. Everything's, going to start going up, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
That's a massive MACD too. If you look at that MACD, holy shit, that's bigger than any of the previous ones. So that, I see what you're saying, bro. Like every time we hit that red, like we come out of it, and look at the size of that MACD cross versus the last two or three. That's massive. It's the biggest one yet.
Well, we were way down here, we had this one. It's about the same range right there, but we've bumped it a couple of times, couple of fake outs there, and that's just brought us down, right? You know what I mean? We've had these corrective waves to the downside. So that's something else, man. Is like everybody's talking about this head and shoulders. Sierra, this is the one that you pointed out. The shoulder here, head, shoulder here.
It's scary, but I think it's fake. I think it's orchestrated.
Even if it wasn't, dude,
and
like
it's crooked as
hell. We have been in this downtrend, this channel, dude, for so long, dude. What was it? March? We've been in here. If this was in an uptrend and it happened back here, then I would be like, shit, we're probably about to reverse. we're probably about to reverse. But with the bullish divergence that's on the chart, that's on the RSI, and then talking about this being a impulse wave in itself, being that the second wave is complete, the third wave is usually the longest, man. So I do think that the third wave is definitely going to take us up to that resistance 70 to 72. Probably have another pullback then, faking everybody out, but it's going to be short-lived. I think after we have that fourth wave pullback, the fifth wave is when we start to see price discovery, right? We're going to be making new all-time highs, and it lines up with September. We got the rate cuts coming. That's bullish. Everything that I'm seeing looks good, man. Right? Everything I'm seeing looks good. We came down where you retested this discount zone, right? Everybody got to scoop up some Bitcoin and everybody's good. The whales, dude, they haven't stopped accumulating. They haven't stopped, dude. Especially the ones between 100 and 1,000 Bitcoin, dude. They're stacking. So if you're selling your Bitcoin, you are selling to these whales, man. You know what I mean? So like, stop doing that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Precious.
Right.
Your Bitcoin's precious. Don't sell it to the fucking institutions. Don't sell it to the whales, because that's what you're doing right now. That's what you're doing. All right. But yeah, MACD cross, bullish divergence. This wave 2 being complete, going in the wave 3. The descending broadening wedge on the higher time frames, bullish. What else did we see here? We've seen a lot of bullish stuff coming through here. We had this cup and handle. Hold on. We had this cup and handle that we talked about. You know what I mean? That's still playing out.
Gigantic cup and handle. Look at the size of this freaking cup and handle, y'all.
Right?
Look at the size of that bowl. That ain't even a cup, dude. That's a cereal bowl. Like I used to eat my cereal when I was younger, bro.
Yeah. Yep. So we have a lot of support here. There's a fair value gap that's right here as well. People are tearing up the Bitcoin, man. They're buying right here, right? Support, fair value gap. We've got 0.382 bullish divergence, MACD cross, and not only that, dude. We just had the 200. Hold on, let's look, man. Let's look.
We got Diogo in the house. I just want to say what's up, Diogo, man.
Diogo. Dude, we've got the 200 trying to cross over the 100 as we speak, dude. As we speak. Right? So, I don't know, man. Like, I'm feeling good about it, dude. I'm feeling good about where Bitcoin is. Now, if we can just get a nice cross, on the MACD on higher time frames, the weekly, the monthly, whatever, that would be great.
Bro, excellent point what you said about because we both had that feeling that Head and Shoulders, that's just some intern over at BlackRock, like, let's draw a Head and Shoulders, and everyone's like, good thinking, Joel. They're drawing this freaking Head and Shoulders to panic everybody. But like Wes said, if we were coming into that uptrend, right? If we were going just into the uptrend and then you saw that Head and Shoulders, it would be, that would be like, oh shit, Head and Shoulders and a flat line. But that Head and Shoulders is crooked, it's jagged, and it's on the very bottom of the downward trend that we're in, that we're almost at the end of. Plus you got MACD. So when you're looking at TA, you don't look at one thing. You look at all of these things, and that's what the word confluence means. When you have multiple things triggering and telling you from different angles, that's when you see confluence. Like, nah, this don't look right. This don't look like things are lining up bullish. And so when you have 3 or 4 indicators showing you bullish, pay attention to that. Don't just look at the one. Oh, yeah, it looks like a crooked Head and Shoulder. No. That doesn't mean shit. So good call on that.
Yeah, I think there's too much bullish confluence, to really have that Head and Shoulders play out. Like there's just way too much, dude. It's going to be a fake out. But there are traders that see that, and they're not going to touch it with a 10-foot pole.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's all right, dude. They don't have to touch
I'm holding, dude. I'm holding.
What I mean? So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of bullish things to be, excited about on the charts, man, on the charts. And then, look at this. I want to see where this monthly candle closes. That's one thing I want to see. I want to see where this monthly candle closes. That would be September, right? September 1st. Is that correct? Yeah. August 1st through September would close that. So that's something else I'm watching, man, is if we want to get that that
That's
candle
a
closed.
bull flag, dude. Look at that
Yeah,
sexy bull flag.
bro.
Let's
Look.
go.
All
Let's
right.
go,
So
man.
check this out. 1, 2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5.
5.
So
So
we're
is it the
on.
fifth wave? The
So this
fifth
is the
wave and
primary. This is our primary. What do they call it? Motive wave, right? We have our primary motive wave on the monthly. Then we start looking into the weekly. We have our other wave that we were just talking about on a smaller time frame, because they're gonna have these waves. They're waves within a fucking wave, like, you know what I mean. So the
yeah.
uptrends, the bullish motive waves, the impulse waves, the bullish ones, they have those 5 waves within
them.
that first wave. That's the primary wave. So you'll have 5 here, 3 corrective, 5 here, 3 corrective, and 5. And we've gotten our 3 corrective on the monthly here. So wave 5 is just, it's here, man. Like, it's here. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's another reason, going back to the daily, Jesus reset. That's another reason why I'm looking at this, because the timing adds up, man. Everything adds up to being bullish, man.
And just an overall, while you got that screen pulled up, I like to call that the snake coil.
We're coiling, bro.
It's a coil, bro, because like a cobra, I'm gonna pull up our screen again real quick just so you can see. When a cobra is getting ready to strike, what do? They pull back. They pull back like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
The cobra doesn't go forward when he's about to bite your ass. The cobra pulls his head back, way back, almost like he's going backwards, and then he goes wham. So what I call that, when you see that coil, when you see a chart doing this shit, that's strength, dude. I know it looks kind of like, oh, it's going down and it's just sideways, but in reality, that's what you see before a massive run. And when you see that coil, I don't care what the asset is, dude. Bitcoin, ETH, a stock, Toyota, Nissan. I don't care what stock it is. I don't care what commodity it is. If you see that coiling, that freaking, and I taught Daniel that, and now Daniel, he's a beast, dude. Daniel's so good. I don't know how the hell he got so good. The kid's a natural, but I showed him that one time. I just said, look, you see this? See how it's kind of going almost backwards when it's, that's the coil. Now that's what he trades on. He's trading stocks on coils. He just goes, oh, it's coiling up. It's about to move. And it's a different style of TA. It's not really talked about. I think me, you, and Daniel freaking made that up. That whole term of coiling like a snake. We might have made that shit up, but it's not anything official. But I will say it plays out a lot. And that chart right there that you have pulled up, I'm going to bring it back up. You can see the coil, what I'm talking about. It's literally looks like a snake rearing its head back, kind of.
Well, it was really coiled here.
Yeah.
And then we had the relief. And now it's getting
tighter.
It's
coiling
and tighter.
Right there. Yeah, dude.
And we'll get that relief, man. We'll get that relief.
Yeah. All things look good. The downside is to $50,000 to $51,000 Bitcoin, but the upside on the next run is 72,000. So if you were to do a risk to reward thing, you could fall down to what, $52,000.
Yeah,
but you could go up to 72 and higher, possibly 83. So from a math perspective, risk to reward ratio still looks good at these prices as a new entry.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. I mean, look at these divergences down here. Is that what you were talking about earlier? How long it is?
I was talking about the volume bars. You see the red volume bars on the MACD? Look how much volume on that MACD on that last one. Was the biggest that we've seen so far. The volume bars on the MACD.
So if you look
at the very bottom,
where this completed at on this divergence, where this completed at, and then run it to where the top was.
Yep.
So we got May 21st. Started May 1st, so about 20 something days. Like, look at this massive fucking divergence, man. So I think that we do see a pretty significant move here, man. Money flow needs to flip and all that good stuff, but MACD is huge. That's a huge flip, man. Huge flip. Love it, dude. Love it. Let me see what it's doing on some lower time frames here. Oof. Hold on.
I don't know how in the hell we lost the thing on the bottom of my screen to where I can't pull both of us up on the screen again somehow. Damn, dude. That's the one thing I don't like about this thing. It's like if you click on one stupid thing, it acts crazy, but got to figure that out.
Let me cut this off. 17. Okay. 17. So it looks like Lux Algo is calling it to drop and retest this channel right here, this base channel. It's got targets at 54, and then right above that at 56, 57, dude. That's, you know, what we called last time, dude. When they had the what was it? Trump was going on X or something to do that with Elon.
Mm-hmm.
Remember what we were saying, dude? We were like, yeah, we're coming back down. And then you were like, well, in the lower time frames, it looks like we're going to go to like, you know, 60 something. And then we agreed on 61.5. And then we agreed that it was going to come back and retest 57.
That's exactly what it did.
Fuck, it didn't do that, man.
Yeah.
So we got that retest, man. We got the retest. And
I'm glad you acknowledged that, because I wasn't going to bring that up. I was going to wait to see if you agreed with that, because it was the hype. That's the mentality cycle of the so you have news, right? You have TA, and then you have psychology. I was going on the psychology tip of, oh, Elon and Trump are on X, so everybody's going to be like, oh, buying, we're all going to be rich. But then I said that's going to be the fake out, because whales are thinking, oh, everybody's going to wait for the Bitcoin. You know, everyone's going to wait for Trump or Elon to say something, so everyone's going to be trying to pump. And the whales are going to use that liquidity, and they're going to go and they're going to dump. And that's what happened in the short term.
I just want to see
in the short
here.
term. But yeah, I agree. I could see us in the short term falling back down to some of them levels. But dude, again, like we said, if you drop from 58 to 54, or even from 58 to 51, but then you go to 72. That's like saying, hey, I'm going to take $4 from you, but then I'm going to give you 12. If you think that's a bad deal, you don't understand how math works. Like, in other words, yes, you might go down in the short term a little bit, but the upside is going to be higher. So I don't know. I guess I oversimplify shit like that with crypto. It just makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Like I love hearing when people say something like stupid, like, oh, well, Bitcoin's going down. It's down from, it's like, yeah, it's down compared to what?
Right.
I mean, the thing was worth $3,000 3 years ago, and now it's worth freaking $54,000 for one.
Right.
So you say, oh, it's down, but it's not that. It's all in perspective. Everything's in perspective.
So for this to play out, if it was playing by the rules, for it to play out, it's already come out of this this Kennedy channel, which shows that, all right, wave 2 is complete. So now wave 3, see how we've come out of it right here. So wave 2 is complete. There's no question about that. But then it'll come back in and usually go out of that channel to come down and retest it on that 4th wave. So you're talking $70,000 possibly, you know what I mean, to come back through that and go through the base channel and retest the top of it. So like we're here, man. Like money flows into green on the 4 hours, so it's starting to shift on the lower time frames, right? We see it on the bigger time frames, on the weekly and the daily. We can see it on that, but now we're starting to see it on the lower time frames, the 4 hour, the 2 hour. So it's looking good, man. It's looking good. And we could consolidate a little bit, you know, around here for a couple more days, but inevitably, man, like we definitely start going to the upside.
I know that's what everybody out there watching wants to hear, right? You guys want some more consolidation?
Yeah, right.
You guys want to go sideways a couple more days?
Some time to
BlackRock's looking at it like, you know what? Yeah, keep it sideways, bore them out, give them another couple weeks, give them you know what? Hell with it. Give them a couple months. That's the thing you got to understand about these whales, dude. A couple months to them ain't shit. A couple years to them ain't shit. They could straight up just be like, you know what? Okay, leave it on pause for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And you know, if you're just biting your nails like, I need it to go up right now, they're counting on that shit, bro. They're counting on you to be like that, so that they're like, two options will happen. Number one, you'll get pissed off or bored, and you'll just say, fuck it, I'm selling, I'm out. I don't want to do this shit no more. I can't handle it. And then they win. That's the first thing that'll happen. Or the second thing that'll happen, you know what you do? You start trying to trade the market, right? Oh, well, GMX is up $3 and Radium's down $2. Maybe I'll flip that. But you're spending ETH, you're spending Solana, you're spending trading fees, you're spending time, stress, energy. So if you're not going to do the first thing, if you're not going to capitulate, if you're strong enough to not capitulate and deal with the BS of sideways movement, if you can handle that, the rewards will be yours. And also, you'll just hodl, man. Just the hodl strategy is working for me. That's why I said this a couple months ago. I said, bro, I expect 2 to 3 months of boring shit to come. And I said, I'm going into liquidity pools. You know what? I haven't checked on the GMX liquidity pool in a while. Maybe we'll do that next episode. But
yeah, we need to start looking at doing.
We need to do that, bro, because
yeah.
those have been sitting there cooking. My DMT, hopefully
Mm-hmm.
it's still in range, and my DMT has just been earning on freaking Grail, dude. Shout out to Grail too, because I love that freaking platform. But boring sideways shit, dude. Don't even look at your charts. Don't even look at your phone. Watch the Crypto Remora. Okay, keep watching, but you don't have to pull your charts up every day. If you're bored as hell, get in a damn liquidity pool and chill for a minute. Don't let these whales take your crypto by pissing you off or making you bored. Like, they count on that shit. That's a strategy. They use that. So yeah. Don't let them take your crypto.
I will say before we jump off, man, like, this is a kind of a dangerous place to trade. We're right in the middle of that heart line.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that soon, like for me, I might put in a long, low leverage with my liquidation price really low, to be honest with you, man, because I do think we're about to start that third wave. Lux Algo on the 12 hours given 65 and 68. So again, the lower time frames are flipping bullish. Like, they look bullish. We just need to get there on the weekly, right? But the daily looks good too, man. The daily looks good too.
There was one when you were zoomed out on that chart a little more, it almost looks like a textbook bear flag, and I don't know what time frame it was on, but it was like a massive bear flag when you zoom out. In other words, we're on, like, well, I don't know if that was exactly it. Yeah, kind of like that. Bro, make it like
what the hell is this?
You see what I'm talking about? You see that kind of that first go to that second sell signal from the right, the big red. Yeah. If you take it from there and draw down to the bottom there, that almost looks like a bear flag, kind of like a boot.
That's on the 4 hour. Well, I mean, it could, again, we were talking about 57K, as support. Lux Algo on the 4 hour has a sell signal that could drop it down a little bit before it continues up. And that's fine, dude. It doesn't mean that bull runs over. Everybody chill the fuck out.
All right, but hold on. Look at that. You see the bottom after that second sell signal. Go to the bottom of that second sell signal. From the right, go to the bottom of that bear flag. Let's call it a bear flag, which is right there. What if you double bottom again? You go down there and touch a double bottom there.
I mean,
that's what gives us
that could very well happen.
That could happen, right?
That could very well happen.
And let's do it, because if we do that, if we flush everybody's weak hands out one more time, go down to that $51,000, poke our head around 48,000. Let's just say we go back down to that 48, right? We might need that shit to get through 72 anyway, bro. We don't have enough gusto yet to crash through 72. So it's, in my opinion, there's two ways this is going to happen in the short term. This is my opinion. We either go down to that line you were just showing, and we hit that $48,000, one more flush out down to the bottom of that range, 48 to 58K, which would suck temporarily. It would suck. But we either go down to that 48K and then get enough steam to go to 72 and possibly break through it, or we do the sideways boring ass shit that nobody really wants. And but either way, sideways and down a little longer is in the cards, I'm thinking, from this chart, just from it. But it's not it ain't that far to go, bro. Even if you fell to 48 to 51K, it's not, that ain't shit. I mean, you're going to
we can just go ahead
72.
and
You
get
know
it
you're
over
going
with.
to, right. You know you're going to 72, 83,000. But you know what? Short term people that just got in, maybe on the last run, they're going to panic. They're going to get rid of their shit. They're going to have loose hands, and they're going to wreck
this
themselves.
was our spring. I think that was our spring when we hit 49. I think that was bottom. I really do, man. There's way too much stuff
I know
that I'm seeing on the daily and the weekly.
But imagine a double bottom there. Just imagine, just bear with me for a sec.
It could.
Imagine a double bottom back down to that 49 and then the spring up. Like, imagine that. That would be, that could be what we need to crash through 72. Because I'm tired of 72, bro.
Yeah.
If I see 72,000 hit my head on 72 one more time, I'm going to smack my head on that wall behind me. I'm sick of that freaking level, dude. I'm sick of it. We need to break through it, bro, because that's where all-time highs live, above 72.
Yeah.
So if we grind sideways and go up to 72 and hit our head again, I'm just going to be like, you're going to be wishing we went down to 49 double bottom. So interesting plays. But either way, the overall tone of the podcast today is mega bullish, y'all, because even the worst case that we were looking at is a temporary downside, not a long term at all.
Yeah, I'm bullish for sure, man. At least on the daily and up. Hell, even the 4 hour. Like, I think it looks good, man. I think we've scared a shit ton of people out of the markets, though. We've probably lost a lot.
That was a flush, dude. That was a flush. That wick down there scared the shit out of people. That wick. Yeah. I mean, that wick went down to 49.5 or whatever. Yeah, but BlackRock, that didn't scare them, y'all. That didn't scare them. When that Bitcoin went down to 49,000, they were scooping that shit up. Under $50,000 Bitcoin, you damn right they were scooping.
Yeah.
So quick that it didn't even show up. It didn't even close a candle anywhere down there. It closed the candle at what, 54? So that's a $4,000 wick right there.
It was 54. It was like 54.
Yeah, so it went from 49 to 54 and didn't even have a chance to close the candle. So that shows you how strong the buying is. In other words, if Bitcoin does wick again down to 49 or 50 or 49 to 51-ish range, shit ain't going to last long. I mean, you only had one small wick right there. I mean, so if they did drop it down again, in my opinion, the wick would be even smaller this time. It would be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't, I don't even think the wick would close. Like, you wouldn't even see the wick on the chart. Like, it would be so quick. It would just be like for a couple of hours, the shit would go down there and then it would be like scooped back up to 54.
You see the DXY, man, when we were talking about it, the DXY, what was it, like 108? And it's sitting, dude, it's at 101 right now, dude. DXY is getting beat down, dude. Beat down. So that was another thing we were talking about.
Crooked falling wedge. So I'd be scared of that because it looks like it could be a falling wedge, but it's too crooked to be a falling wedge.
Yeah, all right, brother. I gotta run, man. I gotta run and go get the kiddo.
Dude, well, good luck. I hope you get that. I hope you get that spot, man. I hope it works out for you, brother. I hope you're happy with that shit, and I hope the investigation goes good on that asshole.
Yeah,
me too. Let's talk about it, but
me too.
Dude,
all right, bro.
Yeah. Listen, call me later. Colleen wanted to know if you need anything, like, because she didn't know, so just call. Gotcha. She wanted to make sure you were good.
Yeah,
you needed anything, brother.
Yeah, I'll give you a shout.
All right.
Let me get in the car and then I'll give you a shout.
Man. Whole Aspa drive safe, for God's sakes. You guys, thank you for joining us. It was good to be back.
Yeah, thank you guys. Make sure you're following us on all socials at the Crypto Remora. Make sure you're following Siri at Siri Crypto and myself at Crypto MacGyver. Much love to you guys, and until next time, peace out.
Peace out, y'all. We'll see you on Thursday night, 7 o'clock.
Thursday, 7.
Damn right, GMB. Damn right.